Hello, this is Michael Dillon doing another how-to. This is a how-to on how to replace a 30 amp RV receptacle. If you'll notice this one here, see the brown there? It was arcing and getting a little hot. Here is the old connection, if you can see it in the light. It's a little toasty, and that's the hot. Here's the neutral. The neutral is clean. So what I did is I removed the 4 screws here, 1, 2, 3, 4, then one in the center. This little keeper that keeps your cord, took that off, and then this little part here comes out. And then there's these 4 wires. They go through the hole. I'll show you when we assemble it. And then I took the new connections and I made them nice and tight and clean. And I put them in a vise and got a real firm grip on them, because the important part about your electrical connections is that they be solid. If they're not solid and they're a little loose, they'll arc and create heat, and that will get worse and worse, and it will either melt the wire or maybe even start a fire. So we have our new part. So you lay the little cable right in there. And this stuff is probably pretty cheap, maybe made in China, but works pretty good. So you just push the connections through. You see there's 1, 2, and then the third one, and you'll take that and just push it through.
No stinking camera.
Get this little thing right out of the way. So I'm pushing it through right there. And once you push them all the way through, you might have to put them on a little vise or something and give them a little persuasion, like that. Probably didn't even need to do that. Probably just need to put the back on. So that one is being a little resistant. Oh, I see. You push them down far enough, and then they lock into the plastic. Oh, nope. Actually, this has one way to go in and another way. It has 2 little tits on it, so it only wants you to put it in one way. Interesting. Oh, this one's the same. So that's a little, there's 2 little tits right there. If you look closely, see those 2 little tits? They want it to go this way so that all of your screw heads are to the center. Sometimes when something doesn't go in, you don't force it, you just look at it, and then you put it in properly, and then it goes in right. So see what I've done here is I've put the wire in coming from the top. I'm going to take this out.
Alright.
And now that I see how it goes in, I'm going to reverse that wire and have it come in from the bottom. Make a little cleaner installation. So I'm clamping it in my little vise here. It's actually too big of a vise. And I'll pop that wire out. Oh. And twist it up. Loosen this. I'll have it coming from the top. If you're putting something together, it doesn't feel right, it doesn't look right, take some time and look at it a little harder, and usually you'll be able to see what the problem is. And then these are Phillips and standard. If you don't know what a standard is, it's a flat blade. And a Phillips looks like a little star. I'm also going to flip. Now you've got 3 wires here. One's green for ground, black is called a hot wire, and the white is a neutral. So what that means is your black wire, the hot, carries the electricity to the outlet, and because electricity has to flow in a continuous circle, the electricity has to go somewhere. If your unit isn't using all the electricity, it flows out the white or the common. The reason you have a ground, why is the reason you have a ground? Oh, in case you lose your neutral, then you have a ground. So that's going to be like that. That's going to be like that. Well, you know, it's good to do a how-to video on how to do something that I think is fairly simple. But as you see, I'm redoing it. That's how simple it is. So everything isn't always as simple as it looks. So I'm going to give this a good firm tighten and try not to slip and go into my finger with a screwdriver. That's always an exciting thing. This is a nice vise. I'm on the prop trailer using their vise, fixing their unit. And it's nice to have a nice vise to stick stuff into and work with. I'd like a nice vise. My birthday's coming up. It's March 29th. If anybody has an old used vise that is annoying them and they want to get rid of it, think of me. Not any strangers, but any friends that might be watching this. I don't know what I would do with the vise. What I might do with the vise is put it on my kitchen counter. That'd be a good idea. Okay, so now I just reconnected those two connectors because they were connected not optimally. So all these wires have to fit in here. And in order for them to fit in there, it helps if the wires are pointing down. And now everything fits better. Look at that. It's nice. Nice to do something when you feel good about it. Now I wonder if that's the same thing. Oh, I see. That has to go in like that. Okay, so those are just about flush there. They're not sticking out the back, and they're sticking all the way through here. So then you take your handy dandy new little Johnny here. It's not really a Johnny, but we're going to call it a Johnny. And you put it on here. And should snap in or something. And you got a really long screw, brand new screw right here. It's not really long, actually. This holds the back handle on. Okay. And then the next one we have to do is this part. That goes on there, I think. Oh, look at that. We take that little unit out. And that goes, where are my nuts? Huh. So I'm missing two nuts. Santa Maria. Did they really not send it with nuts? Oh, they're built in. Okay. So the nuts are built in. I don't like the way that fits. I wonder if I should have gone one more up. Yeah, I think I should take this apart. I think I need to go a little bit higher. There's a little rubber gasket here. I think it wants to go a little bit higher. So again, you know, just take it apart until you feel right about it. Keep on trying. Oh, I feel right about that. Oh, yeah. Okay. Put this screw back in. Put this piece on now. And we will use this little insert because it grabs it real good. Spin it over. Got two kinds of screws. You've got a machine screw, and you have like a plastic screw, like a sheet metal screw or a wood screw. I don't know what they call it in electric. But the machine screws go in the bottom two holes. See the four holes there, two machine screws. This is a machine screw. See those fine threads? And these go into the plastic, so these go into the top. And we're almost done. So you can basically change a 30 amp RV end on a trailer or an RV, or you can change a household end. It's pretty similar. You cut the cord and get one of these take apart boxes and then just plug in the wires. If you're not sure, search some more YouTube videos or call a licensed, bonded, insured electrician, because we wouldn't want anybody sued for a simple how-to YouTube video. Then you're supposed to take an electrical meter and meter it and make sure your connections are good. Something this simple, what I do is I'll turn off all the breakers and then I'll just turn on one breaker at a time, and that way if there's a problem I only blow up one circuit. Usually there's no problem. I've done this a couple of times. I used to do this when I was a kid. I would find lamps that were broken and find another cord from another lamp and fix them. Got shocked a lot. It was a lot of fun. This machine screw seems like a never-ending screw. Seems like I'm getting nowhere, but I bet. Just has to go real deep. There it goes. It's grabbing now. It's grabbing now. Okay, it's grabbing. Good. You don't want to mess around. You don't want to have Hercules arms. I'm rotating right and left. A few cranks, get it tight. A few cranks, get it tight. I'll double check the upper ones. You want it tight because you don't, what caused this to begin with was a loose connection. Okay, that's it. So we've got our end replaced. Here's what the old end looked like, all burnt and crispy, and you can see the tip of it is even arced off. If you can see how the tip of it is hollowed out right there. These are nice new shiny ends. Enjoy. Please subscribe. I need as many subscribers as I can. And thanks for watching. Michael Dillon, over and out. Bye-bye.